So what we found is that as people age, they tend to worry more about their health, and that's a natural condition. However, people who are more prone to anxious feelings are more likely to what we call perseverate. They get so anxious that they want to go to the doctor for every little thing, even though sometimes those little things are indicative of a more serious condition. But an anxious person can't discern the difference between what is a real fire alarm and what is just the smell of smoke burning. Okay, so they tend to not be preventive in their health. They tend to turn it over to their doctor or the emergency room. And I've had, many clients where I've had to work with them on trying to practice some skills, because what happens is I get calls from ER doctors, social workers, and from doctors' offices saying, how can we partner with this particular patient because they're overusing medical services. So let's use financial. Let's say, for instance, you're getting to an age where your adult child is coming to help you with managing your checkbook and your finances, maybe your savings and investments. That can be very anxiety causing for a number of reasons. One, it represents a loss of independence, but it also represents, if even the slightest thing is imperfect in a checkbook, can cause that elderly person to feel anxious, not because they're wanting to blame their adult child for making an error, like if they fail to enter a number in the check register, or to whom a check was written, or for what purpose, but it's just a representation of not being perfect, because anxious people tend to set the bar really high around perfectionism, and unwittingly. And then that's very difficult for not only the anxious person, but for anybody in relationship to them, because perfectionism is a moving target and it's very subjective. So what's perfect in your standards may not be perfect in the next person's. And what's perfect for you one day may not seem like it needs to be addressed as perfect the next day. And you may not be using this term perfectionism in even your thoughts and your logic, but it still is represented by your efforts. So striving for excellence is okay, but perfectionism can be hazardous to relationships and to your health, because again, mimicking a heart attack, if you get that anxious, isn't good for your heart over time.